blessings, and a whole lot of love. I talk a lot about self-worth, self-love, self-respect, which basically all mean the same thing. Another thing I want to talk about is top 7 benefits of knowing who you are. And I'm on a spiritual journey, and the spiritual journey is all about knowing thyself. I learned a lot about myself, who I am, what's my purpose in life, my values, my dislike, and my likes and dislikes. So I learned a lot about me, and I'm still on it. It's a never-ending cycle of learning. You're always, every day, you learn something new about who you are. So I got this article, was written by Tom Vocal, and it was saying, know who you are is the best way to discover your true calling, your true core calling. It is also essential to choosing your idea business. So many folks are living in paralyzing fear because they are trying to live a life created by others, hide behind the mask of appropriateness, deadens your soul, and changes your identity to something less than who you could be, have been. A lot of times, we in businesses or careers that our parents or grandparents might have been in. When it comes to religions, we probably got the religion or following religion that was passed down from generations to generations. You think about the foods you eat, all the stuff, your whole entire life is you probably it is by from someone who probably created it because you are following stuff that was passed by you without really researching or just stepping out of that and getting to know who you are and live your authentic life by getting to know who you are. So it is very, very, very important. So the writer gives 7 benefits of getting to know who you are. Number 1, the honor of giving space to who you are gives you access to so far hidden wisdom. Gain access to asking your most challenging discovery questions. Residing within these wisdoms are jewels in the form of thought connections, fresh insights, and rich realizations. Number 2, decision making is easier and more spot on. You only struggle with big decisions because you are choosing from culturally created options that are not a fit for you. Be who you are, and you will more readily see the wisdom of hindsight and foresight. Number 3, it allows you to see the opportunities you were once blind to. It's impossible to see the right opportunities when you are looking through false lenses, but once you know who you are, then you can see more of the opportunities that fit you. Number 4, you'll be more productive with less effort. Authenticity, or being authentic, allows you to tap your purest vein of inspiration so that you don't have to use willpower, discipline, and self-control to get things done. Inspiration is the only effective antidote to resistance. Number 5, the true north self-identity allows you to see options that are more supportive of your true desires. But when you are living a forced life, one that was created by someone else, the choices you see only perpetuate that fallacy. Living from true north gives you greater access to the actions you can take to get what you want. And number 6, you can only truly see what you want, your heart desires, from the vantage point of who you truly are. These desires of your heart of hearts feed you at a soul level. They are your divine gift that have been sent from God's heart to yours. Until you honor who you are, these gifts stand in limbo waiting for your recognition of them. And last but not least, number 7. Once you know who you are, you can choose or create work that is in line with you. This work is natural, is your natural edge, and in the marketplace, it is your calling, which is the work that will give you both the greatest fulfillment and the most prosperous reward. Which of these benefits inspires you the most to be who you are? This is something that I learned while on my spiritual journey. The first thing I've learned, I had to let go of religion. I began to realize that religion wasn't doing nothing for me but making me stagnant and making me be dependent on love outside of myself. I had to start loving myself. I realized that love comes from within. Happiness comes from within. Happiness is a choice. So I had to let go of this religion and start following what was best for me. I also learned that I was an introvert. I used to always think that something was wrong with me because I never had a bunch of friends. I never felt the need to have a bunch of friends. When I became an adult, I never had a bunch of people coming to my house. I never felt the need to have company. I used to be bothered by people showing up to my house unannounced. So I like a lot of alone time. I also realized that I really don't believe in the traditional types of relationship, which I'm talking about marriage. I don't feel that you need to be married to be in love or to be committed. That's just the legal aspect of it. You do not need to get a marriage license for someone to confess their love to you. That's another thing I learned. And I also learned that I don't want to be married because I need a long time. And when you marry, you cannot tell your spouse that you're going to go take 2 weeks every few months because you need your space. You can't do that. So for me, I don't want to be married. I am in a monogamous, healthy relationship, and he understands that you can come over here, I can go to you, but we will live separate, and I don't need to see you every day. I don't need you calling me every day. I'm not a clingy, needy type woman. I need my time alone. I need my space. So these, and I also learned that I enjoy teaching young children. That's my passion. And I just really get a kick out of it. And to be a Head Start teacher, first of all, you have to have patience and understanding. The children that I'm dealing with in today's society comes from negative environments, being molested, being neglected, being abused, like all types of things that these children come from. And you have to be understanding and knowing child development and knowing that these children have a rough life. So when they come into your classroom, into your care, that you have to be patient and understanding in order to be able to deal with them. And another thing, you must have the passion to work with children. And that's me. I love working with children. I've been doing this for like 23 years. And another thing I know I learned about me, that I like sharing what I've learned. I'm no teacher to no adults, but I like to share my experience because I understand there's someone out there that may be going through or have been going through what I've been through and don't know how to